Tesla's India's entry has been 10 years in the making, and I'm sure by now you would have seen a lot of reviews on the car, its performance, etc. In this very special show, we're talking about the Tesla, we're talking about the economics of India that allows for a Tesla right now, the demand it could be seen, and why so much excitement about the EV space. But I'm not going to do this by myself. To help me really take you through Teslanomics, I have invited along on this shoot Mr. Dinesh Thakkar. All of you know him, of course, as the force behind Angel One, a veteran market voice. But I don't know how many of you know that he's a complete auto enthusiast and has a garage, which I think is everyone's envy. Thank you so much, Mr. Thakkar, for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity. As I also am a car enthusiast, so definitely I would really be very excited to drive this car with you, and plus engage in markets, and plus some talks on my car garage.
Yeah. So by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but he has McLarens, Porsches, and believes in performance over luxury. I think that is one thing that you're going to be looking for. Is this about style, and how much of it is about performance?
See, for Tesla, I would say I would look at kind of like innovation, what they have brought in. Apart from being EV, I think this company innovates a lot. And we also being into a field where we believe innovation is going to create deep penetration. So that is a common element what I am looking at Tesla. Tesla is nothing but a computer on wheels. So that way I would say it's more than a car.
You know, the biggest test, at least for any car company and even for a Tesla, is grappling with Mumbai roads. So let's see how that goes. We're starting off our drive, and as has been explained to us, first of all, are you excited?
Yeah, definitely. Very excited.
I promise to drive as well as I can. Thank you. Thank you.
I fully trust you.
So the way this works is pretty interesting. So I have to, everything is on this screen. There's pretty much nothing here in the center of the car. It's very different from what you see. Nothing around the steering wheel. Everything is from the screen. Now, that can be, I think, excellent if once you get used to it. Perhaps right in the beginning, it'll take some getting used to, because that's not how other cars usually work. So here we go. All right. And we're off. So you know what's exciting about this, Dinesh? I feel that the way they've made this so intuitive. I'm going to start the conversation talking a bit about Tesla, and the whole concept of this conversation, of course, with Dinesh Thakkar, has been to talk about Teslanomics. Has Tesla's time come in India? We've been waiting for this for at least a decade now. By the time it has come, there are other competitors, but Tesla still has that brand value. So some of your thoughts on that. First, Mr. Thakkar, considering that you are truly a car lover and you believe in performance over luxury.
See, Tamanna, what I see is that Tesla is a company who really innovated and built all their cars from grassroots level as an EV. So technology what they are using is purely thought based on how EV should function, how EV should look like. So you look at all the functions like over here, everything is on the dashboard, which unlike EVs that we see, which are converts from internal combustion engine to this, they are more luxurious car where all the software is fitted. This I am feeling as if it is a computer on wheels. So everything is like so well kind of like designed and so user friendly, and that is really, this is first time I'm sitting as close to steering wheel as I can sit, so I can see all these functions, and that excites me.
Are you pointing out to the fact that I've pulled my seat really up front so that my legs can reach? So you know, when we're talking about Teslanomics, and we spoke a fair bit about the car, I want to link it to and get your view on this consumption boom in India. This is something which I think even market has been betting on since budget this year, because these tax cuts came in. The premiumization theme has been there in Indian markets, in the economy for quite some time. How do you see this product and this launch in that bigger picture? Just as an example, there's a real estate developer who's come into Mumbai for the second time, a Delhi-based developer who's starting apartments at 6.5 crores. So those are the same guys who are going to come out and buy cars like this, isn't it?
Yeah, I think India, in terms of being aspirational and being a big consumption story, still, I think the story has just begun. If you look at current, our per capita income would be average around US 2,800 something, and we have seen big kind of consumption story play out when per capita income goes to 5,000 and 10,000, which is just maybe 5 to 10 years away. So I feel that brands like this, who are thinking about being in India and capture this big consumption story, they have to look at next 25 years. They have to look at Viksit Bharat year 2047. And if you look at this category of HNI, what we call, or emerging HNI, who are earning between 50 lakh to 1 crore, that population is growing at the rate of 14 to 15%. So that is the fastest growth across the globe. And brands like Tesla, who are really trustworthy, who can really bank big on this consumption story, they should take serious view about next 10, 20 years rather than taking kind of a short-term view. So I believe this consumption story and aspirational story of India has played out well, and it is a beginning, I would say.
Yeah. Just coming back to the point of appetite right now, with what we're seeing in the markets, and I'm just switching gears over there a little bit. That's car.
There are no gears over here, so we have to switch.
So we have to switch gears and drive the conversation in a different direction. Oh, I can do this all day. Okay, I just want to talk about the fact that FIIs just seem to be very, very cautious on India, and which is why you look at corporate results, a mixed bag, not that great in parts, but definitely not the kind of disappointment you should see with the FII selling. What do you think is the cause of concern right now?
I think these last 2 quarters we have seen a perfect storm for our market, where we saw US tariff being uncertain. Definitely it creates uncertainty, and people would like to wait and watch. And we saw even in terms of global inflation, everything was too high. So there is a concern in terms of how US dollar will behave, and geopolitical issues and all that. Things are sorting out. I feel by quarter 3, 4, you will see again corporate earning picking up. As I said, that tariff matter also will get resolved. Good, bad, whatever. What investor wants, certainty. So I'm very kind of hopeful. See, what has kept this market up is retail money. So I'm seeing retail inflows have continued to flow in our market. And today, as we speak, retail is holding around 18% of market cap. So in that sense, even retail is under-owning this asset class. If you look at the way they are investing, the way this asset has appreciated. I was just looking at data. Retail's AUM in the market, direct and indirect, was around 16.5 lakh crore, which as we speak is around 70 lakh crore. So they have seen appreciation of around CAGR of 15% on that wealth. So what I see is that they will continue to remain in this market, which keeps our market steady. Now imagine FIs coming in and putting in around 2 lakh crore per year, what they used to put in. We are going to see a good steady market in terms of liquidity. Now if you look at current account deficit, our fiscal deficit is very disciplined. Oil prices are favorable. So I am seeing lots of reason to be optimist for the market.
Earnings growth is
exactly.
quite muted. No?
Yeah. So I think everything is going to pick up. We have to just wait for a few quarters. I'm not seeing market to be giving any sharp correction. It may consolidate for some time, and then we'll see a good appreciation from there on.
What about IT? IT, do you think that there is some deeper trouble than what is visible right now? Very dependent, of course, US economy, etc. But with job cuts and some of those issues coming in, AI adoption, all of that is going to be a problem?
See, very honestly, I'm not tracking all these sectors very in detail. But what I understand is that right now there's a concern in terms of business that we are getting from US and all that. So always when there is a small concern also, I have seen market will try to amplify that. So I don't know much about IT sector, would not be a right person to be talking on that sector.
Yeah. No, okay. So we won't talk about sector specific. Okay. We're getting to this interesting part of the drive, the coastal road again.
Tunnel
gears.
is a tunnel.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is
tunnel you will enjoy when you really drive an internal consumption kind of an engine, which sounds like
yeah. No. But switching gears again. I just want to talk about the infrastructure. We're doing this drive, by the way, on the coastal road. And for Mumbai, so starved of good infrastructure of that sense, this has been such a boon. That infrastructure boom, that entire story, do you think that that's a little underplayed? Because our biggest cities are leveling up like never before.
See, I believe infrastructure is going to make a big difference. If at all we want our merchandise exports and all that to pick up, we need good infrastructure. We need to invest on roads, port, airport and everywhere. So I think government has done their bit and they have invested heavily and they continue to invest. We are seeing lots of kind of like infrastructure getting built around us. So overall, I feel that the story, like if we want India to really see a good growth rate for next 20-25 years, what we're talking about Viksit Bharat, the government has to do heavy lifting in terms of building good world-class infrastructure.
No, so just on the part of the kind of appetite we're seeing right now for primary market, do you see this as an opportunity for all of those investors who are now really putting their faith in equity, or some will be fooled over here? Because obviously, Behti Ganga mein sab haath dalenge.
See, market would never be 100% safe. That is a role of a regulator to see how to make it safest as possible. But retail have to use their own kind of like sense and do their own research when they are investing, especially when they are investing in SME kind of like sector. But overall, I am seeing that good healthy IPOs are coming. Last year also we saw around 1,50,000 crores were raised in primary market, which is a big amount, which we can never imagine. And look at this money creates lots of jobs, lots of opportunities, and it is good for retail who are able to participate in wealth creation activity, participate in economic growth that we are talking about, and entrepreneurs are able to get some risk capital, so they are able to expand, create jobs. So overall, I see it's a good kind of like thing which is happening in India. And IPO quality, if you ask me, because I've seen this market for last 30 years. So IPO quality recently what we are seeing in last 3-5 years are really a good quality. I don't think, and one more good thing is that now promoters are ready to dilute. Previously promoters were not ready to dilute. For them, they were very obsessed about their majority holding and all that. Now I am seeing management are mostly professionals, and kind of like opportunity that we are looking at India, our Indian entrepreneurs wants to capture it on their own, and that is creating a win-win situation for government, for entrepreneurs, for retail audience.
Also, VC exits are happening now. A lot of the companies which are in the pipeline also coming. Some of them have first generation entrepreneurs, tech, driven companies, and VCs want that exit, so they have to come and dilute.
See, VC function, they have raised money for certain period of time. So they would like to avoid markets where exit is difficult. And as I said, because in India, retail have started participating, so they are not just dependent on FIs for their exit. Now they have more comfort in terms of retail buying that stake, and retail also are able to gain from that investments. So overall, I feel that, okay, see, we need FIS money, we need VC funds. We need that fund to really help startups to think and take some calculated risk. But when it reaches to a kind of like growth stage or certain stage, we need to see that VC gets in proper exit. And that's a good thing which is happening now in India.